Hi, hello and welcome. My name's Susie, I'm the Quantum Healing Medium. Today I want you to talk about time. Now there's a playlist of these videos. There's a few videos in this playlist talking about time. And what is time and what does time feel like for you? So this is part one of that playlist, and it's really talking about time and the constraints and restrictions we put on ourselves when we use time. So time is merely, get my words out, merely an illusion. But when you know the illusion changes everything. So you might have seen the other videos just teasing what I was talking about. And it's an illusion. Time is an illusion, a construction we place on ourselves to control ourselves or to be controlled. We are all controlled by time. Years ago they weren't. They used to, I suppose they were in a way, they were controlled by the sun. The sun came up, it was daytime, the sun went down, it was nighttime. But we know everything down to the millisecond now of how time goes, whereas before it was like they measured the years by ticks and things like that. Whereas now we know if it's 1 minute past 3, or we're going to be 1 minute late, or we're going to be 1 minute early. There's a lot of pressure now on us when it comes to time. Now, I'll talk about this later. There's in spirit world, there is no such thing as time. They don't understand time. That's why sometimes you'll get messages from mediums saying this is going to happen at such and such. We can at such and such time, and it doesn't happen at that time. That's because they don't understand time. They know everything's working in the now moment, but they don't understand time because it doesn't exist there. It only exists here in this matrix. But it's really weird about time because actually I never change my clock. So in the car it goes, well, I have now because I've changed the car, but for 3 years I didn't change it. I always know it's either the right time or it's an hour fast. I've got ADHD, so I do struggle with time. A lot of people that do have ADHD struggle with the construct of time because the brain just doesn't comprehend it. And actually, it's something we learn. Time, we learn time in school, toddlers have no concept of the time. They stay awake all day and all night because they don't understand the time. They don't get it. They don't know. Oh, it's midnight. I think I'm not going to wake mummy and daddy up. Oh yeah, no, I'm going to scream house down. I'm hungry. I don't get time. We put them into what we call routine, and we put them into the illusion of time, and that's what's normal. And yes, obviously we need to measure it on something, but we can also recognise time and how we got so caught up in it that actually it's not using it as a benefit now, it's working against us. So when we know that, then we can sail through this life a lot easier. And there's a distraction there, which is fine, because I'm now thinking, oh, I'm not going to ever get everything done in time. I've got to do this, I've got to do that. Then that causes anxiety, causes panic. No wonder we're all depressed and panic and anxious all the time, because we're too busy looking at a clock. I've always thought, why don't I just add another hour? Put another hour onto the day, another day, or, why is it 24 hours? Why isn't it 40 hours? Why? Why is it not? Why is it constructed in the way that it is? It's a question you need to ask. Why is it? Why is it there? I'll get some information down and we'll see why that is constructed hopefully later on in the video. But at the moment I just want you to think about time and how time controls you, okay? And I'm not saying we're going to get rid of time because that's not what this video is about. This is just making you aware so you can make some slight changes and then your life will be a little bit easier. So let's think of time. Is it time is either the most precious thing you can have or the most pain in the bottom time that you can have because you can't get everything done. So we live in fear of time, a fear of time running out, fear of not getting things done. We never actually very rarely do we sit in the present moment going, thank you for time, thank you for this time. We only thank time when it's running out. We only look back on time and think, I wish I had more time. But time's endless. Time doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. It's just we've made it exist. You go to certain parts of the country, they don't You know, the monks, they don't worry about the time. They haven't got a clock. Vegas is another place that actually doesn't have a clock for different reasons, but it doesn't. You know, there's no clocks. So you don't know what time it is. Everything's dark. You don't know what's going on, and the time just goes. So that's interesting. If you never notice, when you're having fun, time goes really fast. When you're not having fun, time goes really slow. So it is an illusion. That's an illusion because time's going exactly the same whether you're having fun or not. But the illusion of it is it's dragging or it's going too quickly. So we actually can fasten up time and slow down time if we want to. You can actually, it's called bending time. If you're ever really in a rush, you can always bend time. Say, I haven't got enough time, I'm going to bend, I'm going to ask for your guides and that to come around and ask them to bend time to give you a little bit more time. But have we ever noticed, as I say, let's go back to how time fears us and how it controls us. I mean, the alarm clock goes off. How many times do we dread Monday mornings because it's work? Why do we dread? We have to go and work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Why do we just dread Mondays? Even if you don't work, by the way, you still go, oh, it's Monday. Why? Thank you for Monday. Thank you for giving me more time. Time actually drags on a Monday. Or does it? It doesn't. But it feels like it drags on a Monday. And then Friday, Saturday and Sunday, it's like Monday all in one. Just like January. January's the same. January is the longest month. Why is it the longest month? It's not. There's other months that have got 31 days in it as well. There's a fear of time. Oh, I feel depressed. Oh, I can't wait for this to be over. Oh, looking at the watch, looking at the clock. Alarm goes. If ever there's explosion, there's a countdown to it. Though when there's fireworks and it's happy, there's a countdown to it. But then there's apprehensive for it. What we'd actually do is when we're in time, we're not being our true authentic self because we're worried about, are we going to be late? Or what happened there? That happened last time. Then we go from the front to the back, in the middle. So we're going from the past, when I say front and back, I mean past, present, then future. But we hardly spend any time in the present. It's very limited, the time we have on this earth, compared to the infinity where we're in different lifetimes. So we measure it on time. But is that just an illusion? Think about how your life would be if you weren't constructed by time. What happens if you said, I've got all these jobs to do, right? And I'm going to do them today, but I'm not going to put a time limit on it. Would that make you less stressed? Would it make you more stressed? If it's going to make you less stressed, then you realise that time's an illusion. If it's going to make you more stressed, then you are constricted by time, whether you like it or not. You put yourself in a time bubble. On another video, I'm going to explain how, about the other side and how that, why time doesn't exist there, and so that gives you a bit more of an understanding. But I just want you to write down this for the next week. I want you literally to write down how many times you got to places early and how many times you got to places late and how much you worried about it. And then have a look and sit down. Was that worth the worry? Was that wasted time? I know sometimes when I don't eat, I can't wait to eat. So then I'll wish the time away. My daughter's the same. She's got something on the weekend. She'll wish everything away because she can do it to see it, to have it done. And if it's in the school holidays and on the weekend, she's wished away her school holidays. And then she beats herself up about it. The worst thing I hate is wasting time. I hate wasted time. Because you can't put a price on wasted time. But there is no wasted time. So why am I sitting there worrying about wasted time that you can't waste time anyway because the time doesn't exist? How can you waste something that doesn't exist? And the reason is, going back to that clock for 3 years stayed exactly the same. iPhones are always right. I don't know why they're always right, but we're told they're always right. So we'll go with that. It lost 15 minutes in 3 years. We put the time forward. It springs forward. It falls back. Someone's in a different time zone, but we're all it's all happening in the now moment. You speak to someone in Australia, their time, they might be a day in front of you, but they're not. They're talking at exactly the same moment, exactly the same time as you are. Think about that. Think about that. Because they're not in a different time zone. They're in the same time as you, because you're speaking to them at that moment. It's not that they're going to hear it 12 hours later, is it? You're speaking to them at that moment. So the whole concept of time, when you think about it like that, you realise it is an illusion. It has to be. It's not true, is it? How can you speak to someone like that but then being in a different time zone? You're led to believe they are, and we believe that because that's what we're constructed to believe. But also, if you think about time, time keeps us, have to be at work on time. We're going to get sacked if we're not on time. We've got to, but it's fine to do overtime and not get paid for that. That's fine. Do you see? So time is used against us. You've only got 6 months to live. Well, how do they know that? I don't actually know that. They're not your body. They can estimate that. Soon as your body knows it's only got 6 months to live, generally it lives by it. Or if you're one of these people, I'm not going to, could live to 18 months. But it's still a time constriction used against you and not used for positivity. When has someone said to you, oh, you've got all the time in the world. Come there, everything's free, all the time, all this time to do this. Bottomless brunches are 2 hours. Time constriction. We are constricted by time. And we play the game, and we play the game very, very well. But what happens if we stepped out and didn't play the game of time? How's that going to change our lives? I'll see you on the next video. Take care. If you want to connect with me on a one-to-one basis, I'm the Quantum Healing Medium. My email address is thequantumhealingmedium@gmail.com, and my website's www.thequantumhealingmedium.com, and all my details are below. WhatsApp's there as well. You'll need to get in contact with me and book a session with me. And all my socials are below there as well. So this week, before the next video comes out, I want you to write down all the times you're constricted by time. Don't think about anything else. I just want you to do that. Take care. See you in the next video. Bye.